The well-being of girls in Kenya could be at risk, with reports indicating high numbers of unintended teenage pregnancies, especially during the COVID-19 lockdown. The gravity of high teenage pregnancy is not new in Kenya, at least according to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Over the years, girls that usually get pregnant while in school were usually below 17 years. Mainly because of their ages, they are often not mature enough to make informed decisions on sex. Amina Mohammed is one such girl. She got pregnant way before COVID-19 hit the country.
Kulikuwa na shida ya school fees, nikakuwa mgonjwa. Asa hapo ikabidi nimekaa home, asa vile nilikuwa nakaa home ndio nikajipata niko na ball. Sasa hapo maisha ikaanza kuwa ngumu kabisa. Senye mama amesema asa next year unarudi shule, ndo nagundua niko na ball. Tami mwenyewe sikuwa najua.
Amina represents so many other girls who have been forced to drop out of school, either due to lack of school fees, while others are just experimenting on sex. Since the outbreak of coronavirus, girls like Amina sought a center where they could keep themselves busy in order to avert further pregnancies. At St. Joseph's Upendo Education Centre in Kangemi that hosts LVCT Imara Program, we joined several other girls, most of them being teenage mothers. They tell me they come to this center for mentorship programs.
Tunafunzwa several things like hygiene, vile unaweza jihandle when you're having your periods, how to cope up with stress, how to deal with emotions, vile unaweza jihandle as a teenage girl.
Grace Mideva had her first child at 17 years. However, she managed to get back to school and has been admitted to one of the local universities in the country. She is now a mentor to the rest.
So it's good, hata ukipata hiyo ball, obvious kuna kuanga na ile second chance in life. Unaweza pata mademu wengine wanasema, oh, first of all nimepata mimba, let me do what, let me do abort.
James Macau is a community facilitator here.
There was also other girls who dropped out of school because of early marriage. There was also other girls who dropped out of school because of background of the family. There was gender-based violence issues related. The parents separated, and then out of separation, when the mother went to the child, now the child was left with the guardian, you see, and now the child was not able to go back to school. So when we started the program, actually we were targeting the girls who gave birth and dropped out of school.
According to data by UNESCO, teenage pregnancies has always been there. However, COVID-19 just propelled the number higher.
The evidence shows us that most of the pregnancies occur during the school holidays. So that's the school holidays. You can see they close from when? From November to December. So that means that's where you are seeing the spike that came up. I believe most of those pregnancies occurred then. But that also tells us that if most pregnancies occurred when children were at home during holidays, what does that mean when the children have been at home for more than 8 months? So that's when we are saying we are likely to see a spike. And I'm sure as the evidence, we don't have concrete evidence, but that's expected that it's likely to cause a spike.
She points out that the fact that girls do not go to school increases the possibility that girls will be victims to various types of violence like child marriage. She spelled out the need to enhance sex education in schools as part of long-term measures to reduce teenage pregnancies.
Poverty is one of the contributors. We have incidences, we have evidence reports which says that there are girls who engage in kind of transactional sex to get basic items such as sanitary towels. And then you find, even in some cases, you find girls are made to go and bring food and ulete unga. So you find these girls are kind of engaged in sexual activities to bring food to their families.
A recent report indicated that over a period of 3 months in lockdown due to COVID-19, 152,000 Kenyan teenage girls became pregnant, a 40% increase in the country's monthly average. These numbers from early July are some of the earliest pieces of evidence linking the COVID-19 pandemic to the unintended pregnancies. To reverse this situation, UNCPD says opinions and proposals from young and adolescent girls should be taken and work alongside them to achieve more equitable and a just society without having to settle the matter in a kangaroo court.
It's a criminal issue, it's a social issue, and also it's a technological issue. Because what is it that our children are watching? Have we given them information so that they are not influenced by what is happening in the West? So that they can, let's look at our African culture. How are we bringing up children? We abandoned the way we were doing it and adopted the Western way of bringing up children without looking at how will this mechanism of bringing up children cope?
We need a very multisectoral, a very holistic approach that brings everybody on board, putting the girl at the center as a focus so that no one loses the focus where you're going. You need parents because they inculcate the values in the formative years. You need religious leaders. You need the education sector. You need the ones who are implementing the law. You need everybody. And also we need to hear the voices, because the more we hear the voices of the girls, the more we understand the issues what they are going through.
The World Health Organization reports that complications during pregnancy and childbirth are the leading cause of death for 15 to 19 years old girls and women globally.
Being pregnant when it's too early is highly risky. So, and one thing we can say, when a girl becomes pregnant and she doesn't want her mother to know, so she will not get the care that she requires. The mother maybe comes to know if she develops complications. That is the time now she'll tell. Maybe she's throwing up a lot and the mother asks what is happening. Or maybe she develops other complication. So she will end up going into labor at night or at home, far away from care, and she has never gone to the hospital before. So yes, teenagers may contribute, but I am not sure of the current numbers.
It is now essential that in parallel, specific plans are developed so that girls who are outside the school system as a result of COVID-19 or for other motives can return to their studies safely or can access distance learning. Linda Koskei, K24 TV.